Welcome, live from Los Angeles, live and direct from Los Angeles. When did you land?
I landed yesterday, 3:30.
Okay, so you're going back on Sunday. So it's a silly trip because you're going to get the worst of the jet lag. You're going to just about get over it, then get on a plane and go back and get jet lag the other end.
Yes, but if you read my book, you'll know.
Well, in your book, you tell us how not to get jet lag.
Yeah.
So top tips for that generally are?
Top tips are always, before you leave, basically think you are where you're going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think you are where you go. So set your watch as quickly as you can to the time of the place you're going to go. Now, when you were match fit, when you were doing this week in, week out, that's what you did. You just forgot.
I still do.
Do you?
No, I still do because I race in Japan, so I'm actually travelling more now than I was in F1, which was never the plan. But I've really enjoyed it. So I'm on a plane 50 times this year.
Tell us about you in Japan, the GT series. Okay,
Yep.
So you were asked to go and race there. Oh, you raced it. You had to go over GT car and you said, I'd really like to do this. And they said, well, there is a drive going. Is that about right?
Yeah, because I was racing with Honda in F1. And they really wanted me to come over and race on their top series in Japan, which is Super GT. And it's the big names. It's Honda against Lexus against Nissan. So I went and did that last year. We won the championship, which is pretty awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So I thought I'd try and win it again, and it's been a rubbish year.
Right. Well, that's how you get swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, exactly. We've been crashing a lot. But apart from that, it's been fun.
And is it only on 2 circuits over there?
No, there's loads of circuits.
Okay.
Japan has so many cool tracks.
Right. So, but it's just in Japan. Then?
Yes.
Okay. So into Japan sort of championship. So how many races? It's like our BTCC only on steroids.
Exactly, with massive downforce, and basically it's like a 2-seater Formula 1 car. They're amazing bits of kit, but they race on these little tracks in Japan on hills, which you just wouldn't build anymore. They're just too expensive to build, but they're stunning circuits, really cool surroundings.
And because of your connection with Japan, past and present, you speak fluent Japanese, which is amazing.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
there you go.
How not to buy a yacht. Right, so discuss.
What you know?
Okay, but you sort of trailblazed. You led the path here.
Yeah.
Why did you want to buy? So you were living in Monaco anyway at the time.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So who are you driving for?
I was 20 years old.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, I was driving for Williams. It was my first year in F1, and my manager at the time was a lovely guy, and he basically just said, you just got to enjoy yourself. So I was like, okay,
Have a bit of fun.
so I'm going to buy a boat, and I did. It was called Little Missy.
Right.
It was a 20-meter boat. So it's
Considerable.
yeah,
60 foot.
It was okay for a 20-year-old.
No dinghy.
No, exactly. But it was reasonably expensive to run. And I remember my mates came over for the first time on our trip.
This is in the book. It's so
Exactly.
funny. Good story. This.
I picked him up from Nice harbour, and first of all we saw dolphins, which was pretty awesome. And then they said, JV, thank you so much for inviting us over. We'd like to pay for your fuel the next time we fill up. I was like, wicked. It'll be about $2,500. They're like, sorry, what? It's about $2,500 to fill up. They thought it was going to be just like taking your car to the petrol pumps, 60, 70 quid,
Yeah.
but a little bit more expensive on a yacht.
Now, you've got to be careful with these conversations, I suppose, because they could sound vulgar, but you were having a laugh. You were 20, you're a Formula 1 driver, you were brought up in Frome, and you were having a right giggle, weren't you?
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you do that? However, even though you were on full-time Formula 1 wages then, the payments on the boat were more than you were earning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And
It's hilarious.
and I bought a house as well, which was way more expensive than...
But infinitely more sensible.
Oh yeah, exactly. You're not going to live on. Well, you could live on your boat. Well, I was at Williams for a year, which was a brilliant team, but just not at the pinnacle at that moment in time.
At the vanguard.
And went to Benetton 2001, 2002, which was a pivotal point in my career because it was the most difficult time for me. I came into F1 thinking I'm better than everyone, as every F1 driver does when they arrive. They've won everything on the way there, in karting, Formula Ford, Formula 3, and you think you're the best. But the problem is everyone else has done exactly what you did to get to Formula 1. So 2001 was a real shock for me, and I struggled a lot. Really did. And a lot of learning was needed to become competitive. And then I eventually got to drive it BA Honda in 2003, and that was really the start of my proper career in F1.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show with Sky.